After Matthew Perry's unexpected passing over the weekend, fans all over the world mourned and waited to hear what his former Friends cast members were going to say about his passing. Now, just days later, they've finally spoken out. They stayed silent for a few days, and it seemed as though they were most likely going to issue a joint statement as a cast and then share their own personal memories later on. A source close to the stars told Page Six that they have chosen to remain silent first as they all came to terms with his passing. The source said that they were still grappling with the shock, and a source close to Lisa Kudrow specifically said that the cast members believe that he might have taken a medication that didn't mix well with warm water since he was allegedly found in his hot tub, and they issued a joint statement exclusively to Fuel magazine, and here's what they had to say. In quotes, "We are so utterly devastated by the loss of Matthew. We were more than just castmates. We were a family, and there is so much to say, but right now we're going to take a moment to grieve and process this unfathomable loss. In time, we will say more as and when we are able. For now, our thoughts and our love are with Maddie's family, his friends, and everyone who loved him around the world." The statement was signed by all 5 of the remaining cast members: Courtney, David, Jennifer, Lisa, and Matt. Along with the 5 main cast members, so many other Friends cast members have spoken out already. First, Maggie Wheeler, who played Chandler Bing's iconic on and off love interest Janice, spoke out very quickly after the news broke. On Instagram, she wrote, "What a loss. The world will miss you, Matthew. The joy you brought to so many in your too short lifetime will live on. I feel so very blessed by every creative moment we shared." And she shared a photo of the 2 of them playing Chandler and Janice, and her post has already gotten 1.5 million likes in just one day. And she's not the only cast member to speak out. Morgan Fairchild, who played Chandler's romance novelist mom on the show, wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter, "I'm heartbroken about the untimely death of my quote-unquote son, Matthew Perry. The loss of such a brilliant young actor is a shock. I'm sending love and condolences to his friends and family, especially his dad, John Bennett Perry, who I worked with on Flamingo Road and Falcon Crest." And just like Maggie, Morgan shared a photo of a shot from Friends where they were playing mother and son. And Paget Brewster, who also played one of Chandler's love interests on Friends, also shared her condolences on X, formerly known as Twitter, writing, "I'm so very sad to hear about Matthew Perry. He was lovely to me on Friends, and every time I saw him in the decades after. Please read his book. It was his legacy to help. He won't rest in peace, though. He's already too busy making everyone laugh up there." And Matthew had shared a similar sentiment in recent years. Although Chandler was easily his biggest and most iconic role, he recently shared while promoting his memoir that when he passed away, he hoped he'd be remembered for the work he had done to help those struggling with addiction like he had. He said, "When I die, I know people will talk about Friends, 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 and I'm glad of that. Happy I've done some solid work as an actor, as well as given multiple people chances to make fun of my struggles on the World Wide Web. But when I die, as far as my so-called accomplishments go, it would be nice if Friends were listed far behind the things I did to try and help other people. I know it won't happen, but it would be nice." And Matthew Perry was notoriously public about his struggles with addiction and even turned his home in Malibu into a sober living house for men struggling with addiction. He claimed to have spent $7 million over the course of his life on trying to get sober, and he ultimately used what he learned to help other people get sober. And in the same podcast promoting his memoir, he said, "The best thing about me, bar none, is if somebody comes up to me and says, 'I can't stop drinking, can you help me?' I can say yes and follow up and do it. It's the best thing." Maggie Wheeler, Morgan Fairchild, and Paget Brewster aren't the only Friends cast members to have spoken out, though. Elliot Gould, who played Monica and Ross's father, eventually Chandler's father-in-law, shared a heartfelt post on Instagram writing, "I was saddened to hear the news about Matthew Perry's passing. I first met Matthew in 1994 when I joined the NBC sitcom Friends. Matthew was kind, thoughtful, smart, funny, and just a terrifically talented actor. Matthew told me he was so honored to be working with me. What we didn't know until I told him was that it was my privilege to play his father-in-law, and my heart goes out to his wonderful family. He will be missed by so many, but he will never be forgotten. While Matthew was best known for Friends and his openness to share his struggles with addiction, he was in dozens of TV shows and movies over the years, and dozens of celebrities shared their condolences and connections to him over the years, like Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, who went to grade school with Matthew, and Selma Blair, and HBO has already created a tribute to him on every new season of Friends. HBO Max famously got the exclusive streaming rights to Friends in recent years, and very quickly after his passing, they added a card to the beginning of every season reading, "In memory of Matthew Perry, 1969 to 2023, with a picture of him," before cutting to the iconic opening credits of the show. Matthew's passing is a shocking tragedy and one that no one saw coming. He made such a strong impact on the entire world with his portrayal of Chandler Bing. Guys, I'm heartbroken. Friends is one of my favorite shows of all times. Were you guys shocked by his tragic passing? It seems like every single person on the planet is a fan of Friends, and he left an incredible mark on the world, both as Chandler and with his work to help people struggling with addiction.